David Scott Agnes, Yao A. Aguilar Jr., Lieutenant Brian G. Ahern, Jeremiah J. Ahern, Joanne Eloydus, Shabir Ahmed, Terrence Andre Aiken, Goodwin Ajala, Gertrude M. Aligero, Andrew Alamino, Margaret Ann Peggy Ziziski Aliaro, Gary Alvaro, John L. Albert, Peter Craig Alderman, Jacqueline Delane Howelbridge.
Andrew J. Woon Kim, Lawrence Don Kim, Mary Jo Kimmel, Andrew Marshall King, Lucille T. King, Robert King, Lisa M. King Johnson, Takashi Kimishida, Chris Michael Kirby, Howard Kishiba, Lynn Davis Kerwin, Richard J. Clares, Peter A. Klein, Alan B. Kleinberg, Karen J. Klitzman, Ronald Philip Pope, Vinny Yezev, Thomas Patrick Knox, Andrew Knox, Beverly Corbery, Derek Kubas, Gary Edward Butler, Frank J. Costner, Ryan Cohart, Vanessa Lynn Kopak, Marina Kopakova, Suzanne Kojakiko, Adublai Kong, Bonsok Pu, Dorota Kapsisko, Scott Kopliko, Johan Kusnik, Daniel Kuslis, John J. Kren, William Krakowski, Ludmilo Kiso. Thank you.
This is Sanae Jackson, and we're here at Centennial Park, and we're asking visitors to tell us what they feel about 9/11. And you are?
I'm Naomi Murray.
Can you tell us some of your thoughts about 9/11 or how you feel about that situation?
Well, it's tragic, and it's particularly sad for me because I'm a native New Yorker, and I actually used to work in the World Trade Center on the 92nd floor a number of years ago. So it's just really tragic.
Now, what do you feel about the Muslim situation?
Oh, that's a whole nother issue. I feel like this is America. We're supposed to, we're governed by laws and rules, and we can't just change the rules whenever we get ready. The whole Muslim community didn't tear down those buildings. It was a segment of them, the radical ones. So, you know, I understand the sensitivity, but I think that they should be able to build a mosque.
Now, you were one of the lucky ones. Were you working at the time of 9/11?
Oh, no. I left New York a number of years ago. So I was working there at the time, probably in the 80s, I guess, is when I worked at the World Trade Center.
Well, we're glad that you are safe, and thank you so much for interviewing with us. This
Okay,
is Sanae J. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is AJ with Juice Radio. I'm here with Staff Sergeant Davies, one of my compadres here. How's it going, Staff Sergeant?
Good, by yourself.
Can't complain, man. Here on this lovely, glorious day, trying to remember 9/11. Now, I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind answering them for me. First question is, how do you feel? What's your take on the 9/11 tragedy?
Well, it's a tragedy. It's awful. But we learned our lessons. You know, that the terrorists wanted to break us down. It's the whole point of a terrorist attack. That's why you're attacking innocent civilians and not military targets. But what they did was they actually brought us together stronger. They reinforced our pride in being Americans. And hopefully now they regret what they did.
True indeed. What does this day mean for you, the remembrance or the remembrance of the names here? What does that mean for you?
It's a very big deal to me because this is the way that we remember what happened. It's the way we remember the people and the heroes of that day. And it needs to continue. And when it continues, by this pushing forward, when we hit the 10-year mark, hopefully it'll push forward to the 20-year mark. And by doing that, it is showing the terrorists, it's showing the rest of the world that we don't forget our fallen, that we don't forget what has happened to us, and we will always continue to grow stronger as each day passes.
Indeed, I can definitely agree with that. One more question. Question being, with this being such a very posthumous occasion for us, how do you think that we as a nation can get stronger from things like this, from memorials like this?
We can grow stronger just by doing what we're doing today, by the people coming out and listening to the names that are being called out. Remember the names if you can. There's a lot, but even if you can remember just one, it's a way of showing that you're proud of the sacrifice they made. They didn't voluntarily get on the planes knowing what was going to happen, but they did it. They were on the planes. They need to be remembered. And in order for them to be remembered, well, by their memory, I should say, is one way that we're going to remain proud. We're not going to forget this. We're going to remember it. We're going to grow stronger by it. We're not going to let the world think that something